insurance companies that will usually subsidize it for you. If you are a medical marijuana patient, and people who come into the medical marijuana program often do so at some reluctance, and they do so because they don't know who's going to pay for it. If you stay on your prescription medication, you're going to pay for it. As an MS patient said to me recently, she said, I don't understand that. If I go to the pharmacy with my prescription, the federal government has determined that my income is so low that I don't even have to pay a copay. I can get it for free. Yet, my doctor thinks very strongly that cannabis would be a better option for me. And I'm using medical marijuana and cannabis interchangeably.
Right.
So my doctor thinks that's a better option for me. But if I do that and I go to the compassion centers, I have to pay a price that I can't afford in addition to the 7% sales tax. I don't get it. Explain this to me.
Hold that thought.
In her case,
if you could hold that thought, because we have to take a brief break right now. Stay on the line, please, because joining us also on the line will be Melissa Bouchard from the Slater Center. And we're going to only have a few minutes left in the show at that point, but we're going to come up with a plan right here live on Coalition Radio. Folks, we'll be right back.
You have probably heard about the governor's plan to put truck tolls on Rhode Island highways in order to pay for repair of our bridges. Yes, the bridges need to be fixed and repaired, but putting up toll gantries is a wrong and dangerous answer. The governor's plan just doesn't add up, and when the truck toll revenues fall short, guess what those gantries will be used for? Tolling every vehicle. Trucks today, cars tomorrow. Join the fight. Visit StopTollsRI.com. That's StopTollsRI.com.
Beacon Shipping Logistics will ship any car, any vehicle, anywhere in the United States with door-to-door service. Just call 855-3-SHIP-IT. They ship vehicles for thousands of auto dealers throughout the country, so you know you can trust them to provide the most reliable auto transport in the industry. And they offer open or enclosed shipping for your precious cargo. Did you see a car online and can't get there? Let Beacon Shipping ship and deliver it right to your door. Need to get your boat from West Palm to Warwick Neck? Beacon can do it. Call Beacon Shipping Logistics for transporting one car to an entire fleet. Call 855-3-SHIP-IT or beaconshippinglogistics.com for service that shines. Let Beacon Shipping Logistics take the stress out of your life. Beacon Shipping Logistics provides the most honest auto transport service in the industry. Beacon Shipping Logistics, your one source for transporting one car or a whole fleet. Call 855-374-4748 for a free quote or beaconshippinglogistics.com.
Are you suffering with hearing loss? Are you sick of people constantly complaining that your TV is too loud? Are you tired of asking people to speak up? Would you like to hear more clearly, but you don't want to wear a hearing aid that makes you look old? Then you need to try Listen Clear, a life-changing breakthrough precisely designed by top audio engineers to fit your ear almost invisibly. And you can adjust Listen Clear to find the perfect way to hear everything, wherever you are and whatever you're doing. And right now you can try Listen Clear absolutely free, with free shipping. We'll even give you free batteries for life. So call now, 1-800-500-4055. Listen Clear is lightweight and completely hassle-free, and it's practically invisible. Call for your 100% free home trial with free shipping and free batteries for life. For free information, call now, 1-800-500-4055. That's 1-800-500-4055. 1-800-500-4055.
From Middletown to Mansfield and Richmond to Rehoboth, you're listening to Southern New England's most informative talk lineup. Plus, news, traffic, and weather. Never miss it. On News Talk 630 and 99.7 FM.
It's my station.
WPRO.
And yes, folks, we are back for just a few more minutes. A couple of quick programming notes. February 21st, Greenwich Cove Meadery, Libertarian Meetup. Please join us if you're concerned about any of these issues, because all of this will be front and center. Also, starting next week, we're going to have a new emphasis on Rhode Island music. We're going to be featuring the music of jazz and classical performers who are based out of Rhode Island. Next week, Greg Abadi, world-renowned jazz saxophone, his music will be featured. Doing a little bit here to promote the arts here in Rhode Island. Joining me on the phone, and I want to thank her for calling me in, and all of the participants here who joined us literally at the last minute, because this is truly an emergency. If medical cannabis is part of your life, and such a fundamental part that you need it to get through the pain that would otherwise obscure your day-to-day, I'll call it basic functionality. This is life-changing. So as critical as tolls are, as critical as the tax structure in this state is, as critical as any one of the challenges that the Raimondo administration has thrown us at in the past few years, for the people who are impacted by this, this is life-changing. Again, joining me on the phone is Melissa Bouchard, she of the Slater Center. Melissa, thank you for joining the coalition.
My pleasure.
We've covered a lot of ground here, and I know that you can preach to some of the same issues, folks waiting interminably for authorizations that could promote the quality of their life. You've seen some of the same issues rise up in the Slater Center's day-to-day operations?
Oh, it's a constant issue. I mean, it's a constant struggle. These patients are struck with illnesses that some don't even, I mean, it's out of nowhere, and they're stage 4 cancer, or their children have seizures, or it's debilitating pain, and they're seeking alternative medicine, trying to come to us and just understand how the process works, not even realizing that they're going to have to pay all of these fees. And in the interim of that, some of them do pass away and die. And it's very sad. I could think of several situations off the top of my head just this year where we've lost patients while they were just waiting for cards. That's such a huge issue on its own, but it's just, my position is that to put a burden on patients, an additional burden, this is something for the recreational market. This isn't something that should be turned onto these patients. They already have an overwhelming burden to try to get through their day. They're suffering. They're trying to understand how to use this medicine, and that's what we do at the center on a daily basis, is try to help them fill out the paperwork, learn dosaging and methods of consumption, and understanding that this is a safe alternative treatment. These people are not hiding out. They're not faking illnesses to get high. They're seeking a better quality of life. So I totally share in the sentiments of Joanne and Rebecca. I come from a background. I used to help teach these overdose prevention classes at Crossroads, and I went through the Department of Health in Brown to get certified to be an HIV counselor, and did outreach on the streets, trying to work through these harm reduction models and safe access, and breaking through mandatory minimum sentences, and getting to a place where we are now with the decriminalization and the medical marijuana program. And I just can't say enough how much it hurts my soul to see that they're trying to put another burden on the patient. I believe there was just some statistics that came out. There's, I believe, 100,000 citizens of Rhode Island, adult citizens who access recreational cannabis in the underground market on a monthly basis. There's only 11,000, I believe, patients that we have, and they want to tax them. So I believe this is an issue. This proposal is just an issue that really is for the recreational market, and it just disgusts me. It's very disheartening that they're trying to put an additional tax on the patients and their caregivers.
Now, we've only got a minute left, so first of all, I want to thank everyone for joining us. I'm going to go around the room real quick. In one line, what are we going to do about it? Rebecca, why don't you go first?
I agree with Melissa. I think we have a whole bunch of recreational users who would willingly pay a tax to not be criminals. Tax them, don't tax the patients.
Jared.
Absolutely. I mean, it's also worth pointing out this would align with the governor's goal of creating jobs. If we taxed and regulated recreational marijuana, it would hit many birds with one stone. It's bizarre that she didn't back that instead of proposing this proposal.
Tony.
Let's use the hashtag pot for potholes and keep hammering away at your legislators. We talked off the air about marijuana fatigue. Your legislator is sick of hearing from you. Let that continue.
Folks, on behalf of cannabis patients everywhere, take it personally.
Confused, fall sure what I thought was the new millennium. It's 1984, Mr. Orwell from the grave, adding fresh into the page.
Now, time for the latest news, traffic, and weather from the WPR.